Hey guys, I'm Avish. This is the 35th video of .NET MAUI with Syncfusion Control series. In the previous session, we discussed the features of Syncfusion barcode generator control and explored barcode generation and its customizations. We have also discussed different types of barcodes such as UPC-A, UPC-E, EN13, code 128. We have also discussed about QR codes and data metrics QR codes in detail. Please review the previous session before proceeding. In this session, we will focus on the Syncfusion TreeMap control. TreeMaps are versatile data visualization tools that can be applied in various fields and contexts. Some of the common use cases include a tree map that can visualize the directory structure of files on a computer hardware. Each rectangle represents a file or a directory with the size of rectangle proportional to the file size. This helps users quickly identify large files or directories that are taking up significant space. The example here illustrates the tree map visualization of a computer hard drive. A tree map can be used to visualize the composition of an investment portfolio, showing the allocation of assets across different asset classes. Each rectangle represents an asset class such as stocks, bonds, or real estate, with the size of the rectangle proportional to the percentage of the portfolio allocated to that asset class. This helps investors diversify their portfolios and manage the risk. If you observe in this diagram, we have a portfolio represented with different assets such as Microsoft, BAE systems, and etc. A tree map can visualize website data structure on how a menu navigation can be displayed in a structural representation. If you observe this diagram, we have a home screen, about, team, portfolio, and so on. A tree map can visualize market segmentation data showing the distribution of population across different countries. Each rectangle represents a country segment with the size of the rectangle proportional to the population count of that country. A tree map can visualize the hierarchical structure of an organization showing the different departments, teams, and report lines. Each rectangle represents a department or team with the size of the rectangle proportional to the number of employees. I have not created any diagram yet to represent this point. However, feel free to represent your own with a tree map structure. A tree map can also visualize product sales data showing the distribution of sales across different product categories or brands. These examples demonstrate the versatility of tree maps as a data visualization tool applicable across various industries and domains. They provide an intuitive way to explore and understand complex data sets, making them valuable for data analysis and decision making. The tree map organizes the data into groups with leaf items represented as rectangles, providing clear data representation. Let's now understand different features available in Syncfusion data tree map control. Syncfusion TreeMap control organizes data into groups with leaf items represented as rectangles, providing clear data representation. Features of Syncfusion TreeMap includes layout types for effective visualization of structured data. TreeMap control seamlessly integrates multiple hierarchy data levels for richer and more detailed visualizations. We can also customize the TreeMap leaf item colors based on underlying values for enhanced visual clarity and data interpretation. We can use legends to add additional information for interpreting a tree map with various colors, shapes, and more. The interactive tree map displays details about item values in tooltips. Tree map supports to select a single item or multiple items through interactions and programmatically. Users can customize the stroke color, stroke width, background color, selection color, tree map data template, and more using the appearance customization. Let's now switch to the coding session and get going. Notice that in the previous session we have ended by creating a ticket to the Disneyland with a QR code available at the bottom of this page. Let's now stop this application, switch to the view, right click and add new item, and let me choose .NET MAUI, choose the content page.xaml file and name this content page as treemapview.xaml. Let me click on add to add the XAML file. Before starting the application, right click on the Syncfusion MAUI app project, manage NuGet packages, and notice that I have upgraded all of the packages from 23.x to 25.x. The current version that I have installed is 25.1.35. I encourage all of you to upgrade the packages as the TreeMap is available only with the latest version of 25.x package. Also, please observe that I have already added the TreeMap package. So I can go ahead with the XAML file and add the TreeMap control directly. Let me remove this label, switch to the SyncFusion toolbox and search for SF TreeMap. Let me drag and drop this between the vertical stack layout. Look at that. We now have a SF TreeMap. We need to bind the data to this SF TreeMap control. Let me switch back to the Solution Explorer and create a view model for the TreeMap. Right click, add new item. Let me choose the code, class file and change this from class1 to treemapviewmodel.cs file. I'll be using the same country list to bind the population data of different countries. In order to do that, let me start using SyncFusion MAUI.map.source.model and let me reuse the country model here within this class. I will create public observable collection and use country model, country list and add get and set properties to this. Let me add a semicolon here. Let me change this class to public class TreeViewModel. Let me add a constructor to this class. I'll be using the worldometers data to pull the population information. So let me create a country list observable collection model by reusing the population list of these different countries. So let me switch back and create one public, similar to what we have been doing in the previous session, void generate source. So let me call this method as generate source, and within this generate source I'm going to create observable collection and populate this observable collection for each of those countries. So let me add India, which is the highly populated country right now, and add rest of the other countries in line. So I'll add China after India, United States. I will add Indonesia, Pakistan, Nigeria till Mexico. You can add as many countries as you want. Right now I'm adding 10 plus countries over here. Once this is done, we need to switch to the XAML file and bind this as the collection. We have already used the country model from the map model, so I'm not going to create any model again here. Instead, I'm going to switch back to the XAML file and create the binding context over here. So similar to what we have done in the previous sessions, let me copy the namespace binding and give the namespace as SyncFusion MAUI app.source.viewModel. Once this is done, within the content page, I'm going to add the binding context to bind this data to the SF TreeMap. I'm going to say binding context, and within this binding context, we're going to add binding colon. Notice that we have different binding models already available. So I'm going to use TreeMap view model binding context. That's it. Now that we have the binding context, let me enhance this SF TreeMap to bind this binding context of country list. So I'm going to say data source equal to binding space and then give the country list as the data source. That's all it is. Let me also add a height request here and make the height request as 600. As we discussed earlier, there are different layout types available. I will leave it as is, then it will choose the default layout types. Otherwise, we can specify a layout type. Let me remove the layout type now. After this, there are two more properties that we need to define. So let's take a look at the country list. Switch back. So we are binding the population. So let me switch back to the XAML again. So we need to give the primary value path as population. We don't have the ranges yet. However, I'm going to give range color value path equal to population. That's all it is. Let's run this application and notice the output. Notice that we still have the barcode as a page as the default output. So let me switch back and change that in appshell.xaml. Copy this flyout item, paste it here, change it as TreeMap. I'll also change the view to TreeMap view, title as TreeMap and the route as TreeMap view. Let me restart this application and notice output. Look at that, it looks very empty. However, let me add a background color and notice that. So let me switch back and say background color is blue, or let me add aqua. Switch back. Notice that the output is blank with just the background color as aqua. That means we are doing a small mistake within our code, or maybe a couple of mistakes. So let me switch back and notice the map view model. And look at that, we have created the generate source, but we are not invoking the generate source. So let me copy this generate source, paste it right within the constructor to invoke the same. Let me stop the application. Let me restart the application now. Notice that the application is still blank. However, whenever I mouse over, I could see something getting selected on the hover. I'm assuming these are the different countries which are not being displayed with the label name. So let me switch back to the XAML file and add some customization to display the path of the country, population of the country, along with the name of the country. In order to do that, I need to add few settings. TreeMap colon SF TreeMap dot, we call them as leaf item settings. So within the leaf item settings, we need to declare the label path. Now let's say TreeMap again colon TreeMap leaf item settings, and I'm going to add a label path here. What is the label path? Label path is the name of the country model, which is nothing but the country name. So let me switch back and define the label path as name, and add some spacing as 0, and let me close this one and restart the application. Notice that we now have the country information here after adding the label path. However, this component is not looking aesthetically good. So we are going to add some colors to each of these countries to distinguish them with a different color. So let me switch back, stop the application, and add few more code properties to the XAML file. The TreeMap component supports leaf item brush settings property to set the brushes for each of the different segments. So let me add TreeMap colon SF TreeMap dot leaf item brush settings. Let me choose the brush settings. Within the brush settings, let's say TreeMap colon TreeMap palette brush settings. Within the palette brush settings, I'm going to add palette brush settings dot brushes. Let me choose TreeMap colon palette brush settings dot brushes, and within the brushes I'm going to add solid color brush or paint. Let me choose solid color brush and start using blue, and add more random colors right after this so that they can get assigned statically to all of those segments. So let me add violet, MAUI orange, and add some red, purple, magenta, and so on. I can add n number of colors so that they can get mapped to each of those country segments. Let me run this application now. Notice that now we have different colors attached to each of these country segments, and the colors are getting repeated right after the brushes are exhausted or they reach to the end of the count. That means after 6 color brushes that are assigned to the country segment, the brush colors is repeating again from Bangladesh. Now let me switch back, and let's say we want to display the population count as well along with the label path. We can achieve it in two ways. One, either we need to expose another return property which clubs both name and population. Number two, we can create our own custom data template. So let's take the easy route of adding our own return statement or a new property that returns both name and population of the different countries. In this next session, we will explore the data templates and range bindings in the leaf item settings. Let me stop the application and switch to the TreeMap view model, or in fact, let me switch back to the country model and add a property that just returns the data of the country name and population. So let me add a property. Let it be a string property and call as data. We don't need a set statement here. We just need a get statement of data. So let me add return. Within the return statement, I'm going to concatenate both name and population together. So let me add population dot toString. That's it. Now that we are done with this, let me add a semicolon here which is missing right after the return, and then let me switch back to the XAML file, and instead of name I'm going to add data here as the label path. Now let me restart the application and notice the output. Let me remove this background color as well. Let me restart the application again. Notice that we have different country data with the population listed as well. We can add more customizations like color, stroke color, width, as well as the tooltips and legends. We will discuss all of those features in the next session. The TreeMap controls support 3 different type of layouts. Let me switch back to the XAML file and change the layout type to slice and dice auto and switch back. Notice that the layout is completely changed with slice and dice property. Let me change this from slice and dice to horizontal or the auto. Both are same. So let me switch back again and change this to slice and dice vertical. Notice that the countries are listed vertically. I always choose squarified as my layout type choice. However, it's up to you guys, and depending on the project requirements, feel free to change the layout type. However, the squarified layout type represents the segmentation very well on the TreeMap control. With this, we have successfully understood the TreeMap control. In the following session, we'll look at all of the remaining features of the TreeMap control. Till then, thank you for listening and have a great day.